everyone. I'm just going to check Facebook and see if I'm up and running there. I'm running behind as usual, you know. And it's hot in my room. There, before my hair's up. Oh, I don't know. This weather thing is driving me crazy. Cannot decide if it's going to be warm or cold or in between or what. Let me see. Make sure I'm live. There we go. Looks like I am. If you are on, please say hello. Okay, I think we're good. So I have a couple of new stamps and dies. You know, the new online exclusives just hit the website yesterday, I think, the 1st. I think today is the 2nd. And I got this super cute little, let me get it in the right spot, little scarecrow. And the picture I posted is of a, and some fall, Halloween, that kind of thing. But I thought it might be kind of fun to do a patriotic. And you can still do patriotic with corn in it, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. And I'm just trying to put everything on my, I had a yard sale over the weekend and I left all of my sign making stuff out on my desk. I was a bad girl. I did not clean up after myself, which makes it harder for me when I go to do something else. Okay, so they're all on my sheet. They're not very pretty, but they're on there. So I always store everything in the same package. So and then when I put my magnet sheet, and they'll fall off if I'm not careful here, but the magnet sheet, I'm going to slide that right in when I'm done. To make this patriotic, I have to do some thinking, which may not be the best. I have a cold, so the brain doesn't. Let's see. Let me see the picture that I posted earlier, so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Oh, that's an easy one. The corn and the fence and the hay bale, and then I'll stamp and color it in with markers. That'll be easy. Okay. Let me find a piece of white cardstock, and then I'll probably do it in red. I'm not sure which one that is. Let me look real quick. I got a whole lot of it. Real red. Okay, that's real red. What else was it? I need some yellow. I have all my scraps right here too because I've been using them a lot lately. So I don't want like something super bright. So I think the corn should be something like that. Maybe. And then I'll get some green olive. Look at that one. I've used it a lot. And then my browns. Let's see. I want a brown fence. That one right there will be perfect for the fence. Okay. So, I need, let's see, 4 1/4 by 5 inches. Now, 5 1/2 inches, sorry. I'm going to trim this down a little bit once I get it blended in. That's what my plan is anyway. So you could do these on any of the fun folds, any of that kind of stuff. You could do this on a lot of different types of cards. And I'll probably, okay, love you. Steve's home tonight, so he just was checking in. My paper, 8 1/2. And I know, let me turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. How's that? Sorry about that. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that part. Okay, so I have my arm out because I needed to measure 8.5 inches. And let me pull this back and I'll show you. It's about 8.5 inches there. So now I'm doing it, I'm just cutting the 8.5 by 12 down to 5.5. So I have two 5.5 by 8.5 pieces. So that's one. I only need one, but I might make 2 cards. I'm kind of behind already this month because I have 5 birthdays in July. Holy cow. But, okay. So, get the paper cutter, the cutter out of the way. So now I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. So I just put it in there. It's 4 1/4 here. And I'm just going to score here. Okay. And then it folds. So I'm going to do the same thing on this, so I have it ready for the next one. 4 1/4. Okay, I'm just going to lay that one out of the way. Alrighty. I'll probably still have to use the cutter, but for now I don't. Okay. Get my bone folder here. Okay. So that holds it, you know, when you burnish the edge, it makes it stay nice and flat so you can work with it. Okay, I'm going to lay that out of the way. This, you know what, I am going to have to cut this little guy. I'm going to stamp him first, and then I'm going to cut him. But I'm going to use this to the background for him. So I'm going to use this to stamp him. Let me get that plastic off of there. I'll get my, you know, I'm going to get my stamp positioner. But I'm going to use, which one do I want to use? I have 2 of them. I don't know. That one would do it. Do I want to use that one or the big one? I don't know. Choices, people. We have choices. Sometimes choices are too many for me. I need to go that way, so I probably should go that way. Line it up this way. I like having the extra magnets because it really does hold the paper down better for me. I like that a lot. So I can line him up right here at the edge, actually. Can I move him over? Oh, you know what I can do? I can move him down here, and then I can move the paper down where it needs to be. I want it right at that edge because I know he's going to be right on the edge. Okay. So, I have not seasoned this, which I probably should. I'll just season the whole thing so I don't have to worry about it. So when I say season, here, I'll show you what I'm doing. I just take the whole sheet with all the stamps on it, and I just rub it on my hand, on my arm, to get some of those oils on there, and it takes off the... Probably shouldn't be doing this on my arm, but your natural oils helps season the stamps so that when, you know, because they use like chemicals to cut these out, ink adhere better to the stamp, and then it stamps much better. You can do this with you can use your chamois and all that kind of stuff. He has to go down, or the paper has to go down just a little, but so that it's not too okay, he's right near the edge. I still want to be able to get the dye around him and all that. Night of Navy, but I think I better do him in the black because I'm going to use markers to color him in, and he has to, I don't want him to bleed through the ink, and sometimes the markers can, the Stampin' Blends can make the regular ink bleed a little bit. So, my left hand still isn't working properly. I can use the thumb a little bit now without it hurting too much. Not easy. So, just forgive me for taking so long to do it. But this way, so that's why I'm using this positioner, because I don't want to, sometimes this new hybrid ink that we have that's supposed to be really good for things like that. Now see, the inside doesn't look like it's very inked up. I do some I just want to get a good let me get that little tool out here so I can use it for pressing down. I want to get a good impression so I don't have to keep doing this. And the longer you leave your stamp on there, the more the ink absorbs into the paper, and that'll help you get a better impression too. Well, kind of fuzzy. Let me try that again. I might have to move into another spot even, but we'll see. Sometimes it takes you a couple stamps to get them right. You know, sometimes it's still the residual stuff from them cutting the stamps that come over. Okay, I might have to use a different ink pad too, because I don't know if I like that. Alrighty. There we go. I don't like how it's getting all these little, there's like little flakes of stuff all over my, I don't know. Let me see if I can get him a little bit darker. It doesn't need to be darker because I'm going to color him in, but I just kind of want him a little darker. He seems faded to me. Okay. And maybe I shouldn't leave him on so long. I don't head up, because I think we're done with ink. Not sure, but I think. Okay, so I'm going to let him dry a little bit, so I'm just going to set him aside and let him dry so that my spritzer out here so I can clean him up. Are you guys ready for the 4th? I am not. We had our yard sale last weekend and it went really well. Didn't make a dent. But we were tired. Oh my gosh, we were so tired. So I'm still kind of recovering after that, and luckily right after that is when I got my cold. So, and it's just a head cold. It's not anything major. Doesn't usually bother me too much. And it'll go away. I'm sure of it. Pretty quick. Okay, I am going to get. Let me see. I need my. I wanted a piece of. Here's a scratch piece of paper. I can use the scratch piece of paper. I want to see where my blue is. That's green. Which one is my blue? I need to mark these so I know what's what. That. I don't think that. Oh, that might be the blue. I think that's the blue. Okay, I'm going to move the navy, and I'm going to get balmy blue and old olive. Whoa. Just drop the not magnet. It's not magnet. But I'm going to get this. This was my blue one. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit of ink on it, not a whole lot. And then I'm going to do the top of my card. Let's see, I want this. Okay. So I'm going to do this and just bring in a little ink down here. It's very light. It is getting on the edge, but it's not getting on the paper very much at all. I'm sure it's on there. It's just not. It's just really light. Okay. So. There we go. Maybe leave it kind of splotchy so it looks like there's some clouds in there. Like mine kind of on the lighter side. I'm going to do this. Kind of. I need a little more. Probably need to ink that up at some point. Okay. There we go. Can you see that? It's barely, just barely. I don't know if you, there it is. Barely see it, right? Okay. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to do the Old Olive. And the Old Olive is going to go on the opposite side. And that's going to be my grass, right? Okay. Right there, just a little bit. It's not going to be real dark. It's probably going to be a little darker than the blue, than the balmy blue. Okay. I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do there. Okay. Put those out of my way. Now, I need to get the dies out here. So I want the fence. There's the fence. I think I had a smaller piece right here. I think I'm going to do the smaller piece. Then I can get more on the paper thing, the cutter. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Don't sneeze. Excuse me. What else did I want in the brown? Just that. Oh boy. Yeah, I think just that. Okay. So on the yellow, I need the corn pieces. Oh, would you look at that? I can go sideways. Okay. Whoops. Alright, hold that down. And then I'm going to need probably 2 of these. Oh, you know what? I got to cut this down because it's too big to go in my paper cutter. Yeah, I'm sorry, in my die cutter. Okay, there we go. I use a lot of it on the Cricut, so that's why I get so much of the scrap. Have you seen, if any of you guys use the Cricut, have you seen that new, I don't even remember what it's called, but you can upload a picture, and then it makes like it makes it look like sure you can turn it into a cut file, but it is not. So, oh man, and now I'm not going to sneeze again, I don't think, but oh, that can't be there. Nope. Need a new piece of tape. It won't hold it where I want it. Okay, now this one can go there. Alrighty. Anyway, I did some with the great-grandkids yesterday, and they turned out pretty cute. Arlo's was like almost identical, but John and Ayla's did not quite turn out like I expected. Arlo's like blended in, but the other two had like it would be cutouts layered on top. It was different, but I thought it was kind of cute. I mean, I might have to play with it a little more. I was talking to Dawn about we need shirts made for our yard sale so people can tell. Because there were quite a few of us working. It was like a big event in my yard. And it worked out great. I mean, the kids were a lot of help. The little ones were a lot of help. They showed our customers where to go in the backyard. Except for one time John said, I didn't think he was listening to me because he didn't answer me when I said, do you want to take the customer in the back? He didn't answer, so I said, I'll take you in the back. And he goes, no, I do it. And I said, okay, you tell him how to get back there. And he goes, go that way. It was pretty funny. The customer thought it was pretty funny too. Okay, out. And then I'm going to have to glue them together so that they fit in the right spots. I got to pop the corn out so I can put it in the corn stalks. And I think I only need more corn stalks and another fence. I don't think I need more corn itself. So I'm just going to put that there. I can move that off and just do that one and that one. Let's see, where's my scissors? Ah, they're in the other room. Ouch. Handy dandy. Handy dandy scissors. Oops. Oh man. Fine. Fall on the floor. See if I can. Okay. You run that back through on easy. And with it being hot in here and I had to clean up my mess, it's been a little crazy this week. But that's okay. That's normal for me. I have a piece of washi tape down here that I didn't even mean to have there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me see. Where's my take your pick? Okay. I have a hard time holding things sometimes because I can't use my thumb very well. Alright, I do have 2 things of the corn stalks, and then I have my fence I have to pick out right here. Okay. And then I think I'm done with that stuff. Alrighty. Alrighty, let me see. Get that under there. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's there. Let me put these up so I don't get them stuck to everything. Just my luck, wouldn't it be? Where did I put that? Oh, it's stuck to that other paper. Alright, I think I can get this out of there. This can go back on the magnet sheet. That can go in the garbage. Okay. Oh, gotta put the corn. put the corn back. Alright, getting that out of the way. Now I know I stamped the other one. What did I do with it? I thought he was laying right there. No, it's not there. Oh, I put him down here to dry. He's still... I don't know what they call it anymore. I give up. Man, I am having trouble at the moment. Hang on a second. Cold is getting in my way. I do need to use the die cutter one more time to cut him out. But before that, I do that, I am going to I'm going to color him in. Okay? So, I need my markers. I have the blueberry bushel, and I'm going to do, let's see, do I want the thing? Let me see. Oh, let's see. I know what I'll do. Okay, I think I know what I'll do. Okay, so I'm going to do his jeans. He's going to have darker jeans. His overall. So I'm not doing anything super special with the coloring. I'm just trying to keep it in the lines. I'm not staying in the lines, by the way, but I am trying. These fine tips on these brush ends really helps. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go around the button. I don't want the button to be blue. I don't want the neckerchief to be blue, but I do want the overall. And I might come back in with the blender pen, the lightener lifter, the color lifter, that's what it's called, and pop some of that off. Okay, sorry, not pop it off. Take some of that color away. I'm going to do his hat in blue as well. Remember, I'm doing a patriotic one this time. So, he's got straw coming out of his hat, so I want to make sure I keep that yellow. Okay. I'm going to use the color lifter. Let me grab it. I got blue on his hair. I don't want blue on the hair. Just trying to put it back where it's supposed to be. Right? I don't want it in there. I want it to go back where I actually colored it. Okay, so I just want it on the straw. I don't want it all over the place. And I have that color lifter on there, so that's going to make a difference. And then I'm going to do his shirt red. I'm going to do the straw coming out of his pant legs. Okay. Then, once I get this done, I'm going to decide what I want. I need green as well. I think. Oh, don't lose it. Don't lose it. I have a mess in here, so I don't want to lose this. Okay, I got old olive here. The marker. Okay, now I'm going to get brown. I have, this is light pecan pie. So I want to do this for the stick, the post that he's on. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to have to test this because I might want a lighter color. I don't know. I'm going to test this and see. I can get the lid off. Now see, going over those lines, it kind of smeared his eyes, and I don't want to do that. And it's been drying for a while. So I'm going to see if I like this one better. I'm just going to put it on his pants. I like this one better for his face. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'll have to be real careful with that. Let me put the red, his shirt red. This is the light real red. And it's very bright, isn't it? I might have to go to a... So I'm going to do the hat band, and or the little pocket right here, red. I think I'm going to go over this a second time because I don't want it quite that bright. I want it a little darker. And on his band. Okay, so I'm going to do one patch in red and one in the yellow. This is actually, and then I have the straw coming out of his hands that or you know, the sleeves that I did not do. Alrighty, now it's for the face. So let me see what I can do. I don't want to make any smears on him. So I've seen some an eagle dye that I really wanted to do, and I just, with the yard sale and all that, I just have not been able to do it. So I might play with these a little bit. I don't know that we have any plans for the 4th. I think we're not. I don't know what we're doing. I think we're staying home, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Okay, so how do you think he looks? I think he looks super cute. Cut him, and I can get him ready to do that. I just need to put him down. I'm going to set him aside, and then I'm going to put the fence together. And oh, I didn't do the hay bale. I need to ink that up. And where's my little block? I have a little block around here somewhere. Ha! Look at that. So I'm going to try crumb cake, and if I don't like him, I'll stamp him again with something else. Oh, I think he'll be fine. Okay. See, I'll put him up. As long as I didn't do him too close to the edge, it'll be fine. Might have to restamp him because he might be up against the edge too close. Alrighty, that and that. Okay. Crows are on. Let me get this back out. Might as well run them through at the same time, don't you think? Alrighty. And then I think there was 2 or 3. I might just do all 3 of them just for giggles. Just for giggles. I don't know if I can get all 3 of them on there, but we'll see. I might, you know, I might want to do these so that they can get die cut out easily. That's probably a novel idea, don't you think? Sometimes my brain does not function properly, or I catch it just when I'm going to do a couple, because I might do more than one card here. And I don't know if they just have the one or if they had more. So I'm going to do a couple of each. And then that way I can you do one more, just color these in, but you do. So, well, you don't, but I do. Okay. I guess I was pressing too hard. Real quick and see if there's anything else I need to know about this. Oh, I need the little flag too. I didn't. Maybe I'll do the flag on the back side there. Okay. So I need, what is this one called? Bella's Secret Seed. What do I want to do? I want black, basic black. So I'm going to color the crows in with this. And I'm going to do it up here on one that I kind of messed up on. Okay, and then I need the orange, which is pumpkin pie? Yes. This is pumpkin pie. And I'll do okay. I'm just going to color all the beaks in real quick while I have it open, and then I don't have to worry about it. Because they do use 3 crows, and I'm assuming they used all 3 different crows. I don't want to mess up the eyeball. Okay. And then the feet are so tiny, I don't have to worry about the feet. Look at those crows, they're going to be cool. I'm glad we have the dies to cut them out, though. I would not want to be hand cutting these, that's for sure. I'm not much of a hand, what do you call them, a fussy cutter. I do it, but it's not my favorite thing. So I try not to do it if I can do it, if I can help it. So I'm very careful with my doing the marker with the birds with the very fine tip. The brush tip gets in those little tiny areas perfectly, as long as you don't press too hard. Going around the eyeball sometimes can be tricky. I can't tell. How long have you been watching my videos? Since I was Stampin' Up! Way back in 2000? I wasn't even on my videos then. There we go. I think I got them done. And then I'll go and, while that's drying, I'll move all this stuff out of my way, and I'll adhere all the corn to the corn stalks. I'm going to turn those upside down so I can take your pick tool wherever I put it, right here, the putty end, and I'll pick up the corn and put it where I need it. What do you think about that? Some of these I need to turn over so I have them the right direction to glue down. There we go. Oop. There we go. Now the right direction. So let me get my little glue thingy working. Sometimes it doesn't want to come out lately, even though I store it with the pin in. So I just have to kind of open up that area in there. I just need a little tiny drop right on the tops of those corn stalks, and then I can put my corn there. Hopefully that's not too, or doesn't dry too fast. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. Hold that down while I'm putting the next one. So my neighbor's daughter got married on Friday, and we thought it was going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it ended up perfect because their party started at 5 and our yard sale ended at 5, so we didn't have any parking issues. So it turned out really nice. You know, sometimes we had a lot of people here too. So, okay, so I have a couple extra ears of corn. I don't need that one on me. Okay, so now I'm going to figure out where I want, like, put them in the middle. I'm going to fix this so that it has, I'm going to attach the, okay, so that can go like that. I'm going to flip these over so I can put the, I don't want too much, but I want enough that they stick. Okay. I just turn that over, and I'll put it right about there. I'm going to bring up one of my blocks because I want to put a little bit of pressure on there to hold it in place while I get the glue on this other one. Cutting mat instead of my paper. At least the cutting mat just washes off. That's the nice part. Okay, I'll pick that one up. Whoops! And I'll put it right here. I probably could have had another thing of corn in the middle. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just die cut another one. I have a couple of ears of corn. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to run these through first, and then I'll die cut the corn stalks. Oh, it might help if I put the dies on the the crows, if I want any of them to cut out anyway. That. I was like, what? Okay, so this one's the one he's looking back over his face, or over his back. Okay, put him on there. I don't think I need that full big piece, so I'm going to put him right there. Must be this one, because he's not, yep, he lines up perfect with that. Alright, and then I have one more, And that's him right here. Okay. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to put him through the machine. I'm going to put my other plate on first. Get him ready to go in the machine. And run him through real quick. I don't think I need to die cut more than 3 of them at the moment. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. I made him curl up. He wasn't supposed to curl up. Okay. So, there's the hay bale. Get this guy out of the way. There's my little scarecrow. The crow. Another crow. And the other crow. Okay, I'm going to just lay them aside. Okay, here we have them. Okay. Now, I lost my fence. Where'd my fence go? Is it over here somewhere? See, this is my whole problem. I don't see him on the floor anywhere. I don't think I have this up there. Do I have that? I don't know where the fence went. I'm serious. I have no idea where he went. I just had him right here. Maybe I should just do that, and hopefully the fence will appear somewhere. I have no idea. This floor. I just glued the 2 pieces together. I don't like it when whatever it is playing games with me, he's playing games with me and needs to... I know I'm not losing my mind that bad. I know I die cut 2 of them. I don't know. Oh, come on. Might have to just die cut a couple more, I guess. I don't know. I am seriously, all this stuff was already laying over here, so I know it's not over there. But I don't know where it's at. I didn't... I've picked up everything I've used. It's not down here. I guess I can just die cut 2 more. Crazy thing. There's my fence die. I do it there, maybe. I don't know. You guys, something's playing with me and I know it, but I don't know how to fix it. I know I sound crazy. It's okay. I've been this way a long time. There's the other corn thing that I wanted. Let me run the fence through. Is it stuck on my shirt? Is it on my arm? Where are we at on time? Oh, been an hour. Okay. Well, I'm almost done with the card. It's getting really close. Let me pick that out. One more. See, this would have been much easier if they would have just left it alone. I know. Maybe I'm not supposed to be getting ahead of myself. I don't know. Something's up. Okay. Okay. There's that. Get that out of my way. Get that out of my way. Okay. Let me try this again. Okay. Right here. And right here. And then that and that. Okay. There's the fence. Now, I think I'm going to cut. Let me see. I think I'm going to do that one because it's easier. Right. Alright. I'm going to put the corn cobs. Go upright. I don't want that showing on the side. Okay, it's not. Okay, good. Man, now I'm getting a runny nose because it's so hot in here. It's crazy. Watch, the fence will show up when when I'm done. Okay, there we go. He's going to go right there. I'm going to put that on him. Did I put him just behind the fence? Yes. I'm going to put him just behind the fence. Okay. So, I'm going to put glue on the fence. I'm getting it all over my desk too. I'm trying to do it too fast. Oh, I think they had 3 of them. 3 fences. Let me see. I'm going to do one more. Get my fingers to work here. I'm going to do one more. Okay. It might take your pick tool. There's little holes in the back of these dies, and I don't know if you're not familiar with dies, you don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just poking this out because they get stuck in the die, and you can't get your fingers in there to get them out. So if you poke those little holes, it loosens them up out of the die. I hope that makes sense. But just in case you didn't know what I was doing or why I was doing what I was doing, that's what it is. Okay. So now, this one, I'm going to put, make sure it's not stuck. Get my pen in there. Because this glue, it dries out real fast if you don't use it and you leave it open. So I'm going to put glue right here. And then I'm going to put glue back here too to put him down. Now you can, I mean like this die has a whole bunch of little lines in it, so it looks like it's a wood grain. And you can go over it really lightly with a it'll put ink in those little lines, in the little slots, and then you'll have your it really looks more like a wood grain then. Oh, I didn't put my little guy in there. Let me move. So the take your pick tool has two ends on it, so I'm going to switch it over to the flat end, to the little spatula thingy, and open that up so I can put the scarecrow right in here. Because I don't know why I didn't think about so that he stays on there. And then I'm going to put him in underneath. Slide him in. Right down there. Okay, there he is. The corn is behind him. I'm going to put that on there to hold him still. I am going to put some dimensionals on the back of this one. So I need to switch the tool again so I have the pick out. Then I can pick up the adhesive on it. Okay, so I'm just going to put two of them on there. Can you see what I'm doing? Of course you cannot. I'm just putting adhesive dimensionals on the back of it. This is the hay cube. And then I'm going to put him, scarecrow right there. It's going to be kind of off to the edge. And then I'm going to put this crow down at the bottom, this crow up on his hand, and this so that it's right behind his head, because his feet are going to go on to the, but it's still there. And I might put one on the back here too, because his feet are going to stick onto that. It did not want to come off the adhesive. Okay. So this one's going to go here. Right about there. This one is going to get glued down right here. I guess I could put him up on dimensionals, but I don't think I want to. I want him to look like the hay thing right there. And then this one is going to go up on the hand. And I might put him on dimensionals also. The little ones, the mini dimensionals. That way he's standing on his hand. The back's off while I have this pick here. Okay, so he's going to go right there on his hand. There's the front of the card. Now with this, there's all kinds of things you could do. You could back this again if you wanted to, or you can put it right onto the card front. So now remember I said I have to trim this down a bit because I want it to show with the red behind it. Okay? So that's what I have to do next, is trim that down. And then the card is pretty much done. I have to stamp the inside. But that's it. Okay, so I'm going to take off the on the bottom a little bit. I want it to be 4 inches, and I had it at 4 1/4. Okay, so that's 4 inches. And then on the side, I'm going to take off this side a little bit. Because I didn't give myself much room at the edge. This one's going to be pretty close. So I needed it like 5 1/4. Yeah, that's going to take off the fence post. So I'm going to move it over just a hair. Take a sliver off of that side, and then I'll line it up again to the 5 1/4 mark. And I'll take the rest off the other side. There we go. Take off the whole card, front, right, the 2 little pieces, and then the one across the bottom. That's it. That's all I took off. Okay, so now this goes right here on the top. And get it on there. How cute is that? How cute is that? Isn't that cute? And I didn't even do the flag. I forgot to do the flag. Holy schmolies. Okay, I also need a piece for the inside. So let me put this on. I'm going to use my adhesive gun. Put that there. Alrighty. So I'm going to line this up so it has a very similar amount all the way around. Okay, and then I have to cut the inside. So I want to do 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then, what do I want on the inside of the card? Get the stamps over here. I need to do a flag. There's a spark. Oh, there's a sunflower. I could have had sunflowers back there. There's also grass. I could have stamped along the grass. So this says, let me get the package because I can read it better. This is something to crow about. Happy fall, y'all. Hey there. So thankful for you. Hoping your day is wonderful, and congratulations. So, I think what I'm going to do I think, oh, no, you know what I'm going to do? Where are they? Where are my extra ones? I have, let me show you where it's at. Oh, it's right here. An American flag toothpick. And I made a POW MIA flag. This was one of the things that I did. I was making cards for some of the, like, presidents of the auxiliary. And so I, all that kind of stuff. And then I put a flag in the front yard with a bunch of poppies. Turned out super cute. They really liked it. Or at least the ones I talked to did. And then, I had some leftovers because I didn't do all the ones I planned to do. So, I might just stick an American, if I can find that real quick, because I know I have one. I bought a whole bunch of them. So let me look real quick. Ta-da! There, maybe I can put it, I'll put it in his hand just like that. How's that? Alright, so, there's my patriotic card contribution for this year. I wish I would have planned ahead, because I think doing one for the 250th birthday would be amazing. But I didn't plan that far ahead. I was too busy with my yard sale and all that, so I didn't get that planned ahead. But there's the front of the card. And then let me put my pen back in here. Let's see, what was on the saying again? Where did I put them? I think I'm going to use hoping your day is wonderful. Hoping your day is wonderful. Where's my block? There it is. And I'm going to do Night of Navy on the inside. I think he turned out super cute. I don't know about you guys. Now you notice I didn't pay much attention about how straight I was getting it. But I got him straight. So, or pretty straight anyway. Okay, so what do I want on here? Well, I don't want... Maybe I'll... I don't know. I was going to stamp a hay cube, but I don't really want a hay cube in there either. I guess I can put a flag right there. Huh. I think there's a die. Let me see. Yep, there's a flag. There's a die. Oh. I don't really want that. I'm going to try him on a scratch piece, because I don't trust myself. But I could have missed it. I think it's just a stamp. Okay, I'll put that back on. Now, I'm trying to find the black ink. I don't know where I put it. Alright, let me see if I can stamp it on that. It might be... Oh, there we go. I can't, I wasn't going to do the positioner, is what I meant by that. So if it didn't turn out decent, it didn't turn out. I need the blue. I need a blue. What color blue? Do I have the light bulbing blue? How about if I do dark bulbing blue? I think the light is just a little too light. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just do every other one of the petals in the blue. Okay? And then I'm going to do the red. I'm going to have the yellow. That's all I'm doing for the inside. I have the flower and the words. That's it. And we're done. This is not a fancy card, but it turned out cute, I think. And I didn't have one for the 4th of July, so. Okay, there we go. There it is. there's the card. Alright, I'll take pictures of it and I'll post it below. I'm going to clean up my desk a little bit, but let me know what your plans are for the 4th, if you're doing any not. I have been wrong before, because sometimes he surprises me and decides that we're going to do something. A lot of times we just yard sell. Not all the time, but a lot of times. So, you know, he does like his yard sale, so what can I say? I mean, he's, you know, he earned it. So, like I said, I'm going to clean up my area and put things away, and then I can, I'll take pictures, and I'll post them on the site with the, all the stuff that I used, the paper colors and all of that. Now, these were all just scraps that I used tonight. The only thing that wasn't a scrap is the white and the real red. Everything else was scraps, so where they're going, but that's, or where they're supposed to go, but that's where I'm putting them. I usually try to keep them to an hour, so thank you for coming and hanging out with me, and I hope I'm going to change this back to my webcam. If you guys like what you see, invite your friends. Click like, share if you want to. You don't have to. But leave me a comment on what you would like to see next time. If there's a paper packet or a stamp set or stamp and die set, or even a scrapbooking kit that you want to see me work with, let me know, because I have a lot of it. I don't have all of it, but I have a lot of it, and I can share with you different ideas, and you know, maybe give you some ideas on how to use yours, or how to change it up, or that kind of thing. But let me know what you want me to do, and I'll show you, because I have shoot, almost 30 years experience in this with all different kinds of card stuff and scrapbooking, so I've done just about all of it. So let me know in the comments, and also let me know what you think. So you guys